Hopefully this comes out the way that I want it to. All right. So I had to think about it for a while. But it was the Friday before Valentine. Well, it might have been Thursday night, leading up to Valentine's Day weekend 2016. I remember this because I had hernia surgery that week. Me and my friend Sloss got in his Volkswagen and we left my old man's house in Waterbury. And I remember the heat sucked in that car. And we got to Millerton, New York, and the snow was drifted across the road. And if you don't know where Pulver Road is in Millerton, if the snow blows across the road, it's totally flat and you can't see it. And we drove right off the road into the cornfield. We knew this because we could hear the corn stalks hitting the bottom of the car. I turned to Sloss calmly, nonchalantly, you know that we're not on the road. I know we're not on the road anymore. So
That was like the best part so far.
it gets, this story goes on and on.
Oh no.
So let's see. So yeah, we get out of the car and we have no shovels, no rakes or implements of destruction of any kind. So we're just kicking snow out from underneath the car, laughing at what assholes we are the whole time. And we kick all the snow. We kick a path clean from where the car is back to where we found pavement underneath us again. We couldn't tell, except you had to literally scrape with your ground to the boot until you found pavement to find the road. So we made a path back to the road, and then I tried pushing the car, and he tried driving, and that didn't work. So I tried sitting on the hood, and he tried driving, you know, me for traction. That didn't work. And then we figured, well, he's fatter than I am, so we'll have him sit on the hood, and I'll get in the car and try and get it to move. And that didn't work, and we got it back on the road. So we get going back down the road, and the car just has this horrible shake to it now. It's going bump, 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 bump. I'm like, there's ice or snow in one of the wheels. It's horribly out of balance. It's got it.
Oh no.
So we pull over, and yeah, one of the wheels is packed with snow, and I need something to chip the ice out of it. And I go looking around in his car, and on the floor I found a 9/16 wrench. It was mine. That explains where that went. Thank you, Sloss. It's like, oh yeah, sorry. So I take the wrench and chip the ice out of the wheel, and we keep going on our merry way. And we swapped driving. We took, I think, 23 going through the Catskills. And we get into Oneonta. No, we went to Cobleskill. That's right. This was such a shit show. Oh my god, that's right. We went to Cobleskill first, and we stopped and saw Olive at the campus. We took Interstate 88, not 23,
Okay.
into Oneonta. And I get off the ramp, and I'm noticing the headlights in the car are really dim. I'm like, oh, what's going on? I look down, and the car's not charging. I'm like, oh, the alternator just shit. Okay, well, we better not get back on the highway after this fuel stop. Let's take it right into town. We go through 7 in Oneonta. We're on Route 7 in front of Vic's Automotive, and the car just shuts off in the middle of the intersection. It didn't have enough power to the computer to run anymore.
No, this is just turned into a 3-ring circus.
It goes on and on, but let's see what happens. So we pushed the car out of the intersection into the parking lot of Vic's Automotive, where we left the car. We went to Domino's. We pulled the shop manual for the car out of the trunk and saw what it was going to entail to change the alternator, and decided that wasn't that big of a deal. So we looked it up online, and the parts store in town had an alternator. It was $185. And I left my card at home, and so did he, but I sold a cord of firewood that night before, and I had $200 cash in my back pocket. So, all right, what are the chances we are in the middle of upstate New York, in the middle of nowhere, and the alternator crapped in a town with an alternator for a Volkswagen? What do you want in life? All right, so we got to bide our time until the parts store opens. It's 7 degrees outside. So we sit in the car for 5 minutes. We're like, all right, we're going to die doing this. That was when we decided to go to Domino's. And we wait. The Domino's apparently closes at 2:30 in the morning. So we got thrown out of Domino's. And we start walking up and down Main Street into businesses to keep warm. And We decided to sit. Oh, how about the fire department? Yeah, let's sit in the fire department to explain our situation. Oh yeah, sit down in a nice comfy chair, take a nap if you need to. Do you need a blanket, a cup of coffee? Like, now this is great, right? Well, apparently apparently in Oneonta, New York, the PD and the police department and the fire department are the same building. Well, the cops picked up this guy. It would have been like his 9th DUI, and they apparently didn't want to do any more paperwork. So they just dropped him in the lobby and said, when you're sober, you can go home. This guy would not stop talking for an hour. I text Sloss sitting next to me. Want to move? What did I actually text him? I don't remember, but Sloss referred to him as Mr. Lighter Than Air, which was the George Carlin bit. So, did anything of significance happen in that,
Actually got warm after that, then what happened?
Let's see. Sloss decided, fuck it, I'm too tired, I'm going to go back and try and sleep at the fire department. And then by this time, the business where we had parked the truck, or the car, I mean, it was open for the morning. I go and talk to the guy, who is a complete asshole, by the way. Vic's Automotive in Oneonta, this is going in the video. Don't go there. But there is a thing called battery recovery. Like, if you're cranking on a battery and you draw the thing way down to nothing and you let it sit there for a while, the voltage will come back up a little bit. And for shits and giggles, we tried to start the car just on a Hail Mary, and the car started. Like, holy crap, this thing is not going to go far. So we drove the car directly to the parts store, parked right in front of the door, walked inside. We need an alternator. We're from Connecticut. We've been sitting out here all night. We have no tools. And the guy's name was John, who worked at the Advance in Oneonta. Now, the Advance in Oneonta, I would like to praise, by the way. He says, I'm not supposed to do this, but here, you guys can borrow our tools. Do what you gotta do. He sold us the alternator. We come back in 5 minutes later. All right, the new alternator's installed. What? Yeah, we're done. Our fingers are fucking cold. We're done. It's installed, ready. Do you guys want jobs here? No, we live too far away.
Yeah, I would have taken a job just for a day, just for a little extra cash. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll work a 12-hour shift, put an extra $100 in my pocket.
But we gotta remember, I had been up since the night before. I never slept. I was up since the day before. This is now Saturday morning. No. Let me think about this. We left Thursday night. I had to go get Olive at Cobleskill on Friday night. So now it's Friday morning. The car runs again. We get back on 88, we go to Harpersville. We were dropping off my generator at Frank and Carol's.
Okay.
And we got there, no problem. No issues that I remember there. And so we Ironmaned it back to Connecticut. We took New York 17 because it was the best time. We polished off the large Domino's pizza we bought the night before on the road. We got back to Connecticut. I tried to take a nap for a few hours. I just couldn't do it because I had to get back up in a couple hours and go pick up Olive at Cobleskill and bring her to Frank and Carol's. So I woke up. I drove to Frank and Carol's 2 times in one day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So again the timeline. We left Thursday night. We finally got to Harpersville after the sun had come up. Well, after the sun came up Friday morning. During the day Friday, we drove back to Connecticut. Sloss went to sleep, went to work. I went to sleep for a little while, took a shower, tried to take a nap. I might have slept for 8 minutes. Took a shower. My mom made me an egg sandwich. I got in the Nissan, which I don't remember if it was my car or my mother's car at the time. Went and picked up Olive at school. I had to pull over, and I don't even think I could sleep. I just had to close my eyes for about 15 minutes so I didn't kill anyone. Picked Olive up at Cobleskill, drove to Harpersville, hung out with her all weekend there. That's right, there was an ice storm on Thursday night going down 88 with Sloss. I forgot about the ice between Cobleskill and Oneonta. Well, the ice was gone by Friday night, but me and Olive hung out at Frank and Carol's. Friday night, Saturday night. I would imagine I brought her back to Cobleskill on Sunday. That was Valentine's Day 2016.
Oh, that was the year I had my spinal surgery. Yeah.
I forgot you had the spinal surgery.
Yeah, that would have been When was this? So if this was ice and snow out, then
February. And I remember that morning, that Saturday morning. So me and Al got there Friday night, and we slept there. And I woke up Saturday morning. It was something like 20 below there.
Gosh, if that's what you were doing in 2016, and
they had a calf born that day, that night
What?
before, that freezing cold Friday night or Thursday night into the. Frank and Carol had a calf born in the calf was born in Pennsylvania. They had to bring it in the house so it would live.
Right.
Sorry, I interrupted your spinal surgery, but I forgot about the calf.
No, it's okay. I remember where it was 2016. I was still on the mend from my back surgery, and I was out of that wheelchair, thank God. But I remember I was like still taking it easy, and whatnot. And oh yeah, it's good times. Good times. Yeah.
So let's see. I believe. Oh, I couldn't tell you actually at this point. I want to say Valentine's Day was the 14th.
Yeah, usually it is.
Oh, I'm stupid. I want to say the 14th was Saturday, is what I mean to say. I had the hernia surgery on the 17th.
Okay.
A few days later.
Okay.
I remember Al's pop died that weekend while we were there. But yeah, I remember that. I remember she found out that he had died while we were up there.
That's tough.
I think on Saturday. But yeah, that was a weekend, man.
I can't imagine. It was like fates against the world, you know. Here you are in Kelso just going at it like two warriors, two mechanical warriors.
Oh, me and Kelso, I told you, the best of me and Kelso was that time where we all hung out and we were driving back in the Suburban. I remember we were driving down 23 and we were just going over the Rip Van Winkle Bridge, and I say, hey, Kelso, is it just me or is my side of the hood getting lower? Oh, yeah, we are leaning now, and I roll the window all the way down and hang my body out going down the road. Oh, yeah, my tire's almost flat.
Oh, no.
He's like, what are we going to do? We're going to change it. What the hell else are we going to do?
I know, we're going to go put air in it.
Well, luckily, there was a Stewart station right on the other side. We were heading east back over the Hudson River, and there was a Stewart's right on the other side of the river that was closed, but their air compressor was on for the night, which is really good because our spare was flat.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have had many a bad thing happen to me on the road, and in the end, there was always somebody watching out for me. I always had everything I needed.
It's amazing, getting by the skin of your teeth. You need to put a little money in a bank account or something just for emergency.
Oh yeah. Well, people like, why do you drive wood chips? How come you drive around with so many tools and spare parts in your truck? What are you so worried about? Not a fucking thing. I'm not worried about anything. The whole shop's in the back of the truck.
You're prepared if anything. You're not worried.
But that alternator story is why I have a spare alternator sitting 3 feet behind me in a box right now.
Very good, very good.
And a spare fuel pump. And a spare starter, and a spare ignition module for the distributor, and belts, and hoses, and I'm not playing. I'm not going to sit there in 7-degree weather in Oneonta waiting for the parts store to open again.
Are you still in cahoots with Kelso, or did he move away?
Cahoots? We were never angry at each other. He dropped off his dirt bike for me to rebuild the engine in 4 years ago. And in perfect, can you guys stay in the back and not try and steal my food off the dashboard, please? No, he dropped his dirt bike off for me. In fact, I have it written down in a notebook in Vito's house. He dropped off his dirt bike in cash, and I bought the parts, and I did the machine work, had the machine work done on the engine, and I never did put it back together. That engine is sitting in my father's garage right now on the bench exactly where I last left it.
Oh my god.
Which is what my old man did to me when I was a kid with one of my bikes. Oh, I promise I'll get it back together for this race. I'll get it back together for this race. I'll get it back together for this race.
That sounds like Olive.
Last year, my friend Ben K, who used to ride that bike before me, who we bought it from, we gave that bike back to him to restore because he wanted it, you know, to have the bike that we rode when we were kids, and we gave him the engine back still in pieces. So I did that to Kelso. That was wrong. Kelso subscribed to this YouTube channel. I'm sorry, Kelso. We'll leave that in the video. That's really why I'm doing this channel, is catharsis.
And are you and he still tight? Because I feel like I haven't really had you mention his name much over the past couple of years. You know, I just don't know if you guys are still tight.
Well,
like you used to be.
If I saw him tomorrow, it'd be like you. I mean, I hadn't heard from you in years, and then you called me. Hey, what's going on? But
you pick up right where you left off.
Yeah, it is like that with him. But he's also, from the time he first got he got a cell phone when we were like 13. I didn't have one until I was 19. But he was always changing cell numbers.
Right.
So I haven't. If you lose touch with Kelso for 6 months, you have to go find him at his garage. What is your number again? It's like new vehicles and fuel injection. I respect them. I choose not to have them in my life.
Alright.
If it's gonna be my own, it's going to break. I'm going to have to put my hands on it and repair it. It has to be something I'm going to enjoy working on.
And something that's not small, because like the smaller that they are, the harder it is to get everything out of them because they're so tightly packed.
Oh yeah, that Nissan that was the Slayer mobile that was my mom's that I bought off of her when she bought a new car in 2015. I used to have her change the headlight bulbs in that car because my hands did because I couldn't get my hands in it.
I'm like, I can't get my hand back in here to pull the bulb out. Oh.
Oh man, well I think that's enough for an upload. We have the story of picking Olive up from college in my blue Dodge pickup.
Perfect.
The same blue Dodge pickup I used to drive to Frank and Carol's.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm gonna resurrect that truck.
You need to put like on your truck like wood chip. You need to like actually put your name on it, like because that thing is like epic. It has history.
It's really funny because I don't have anything on the truck but the license plate. It doesn't even say Chevrolet on it anywhere.
Oh goodness, you at least need a custom plate that says wood chip on it.
Well, the thing is, this truck is already so highly recognizable, I don't need to make it any easier to identify with words and stuff, but at the same time, I need a big thing across the tail panel of the bed that says youtube.com/woodchipsworld.
Something with wood chip on it. Like I said, your license plate or something. I don't know.
We'll do something. Oh, wait, that's right. My buddy Chris, he was going to do that. He did all the carpentry stuff. He was going to make me, at the time I had the tailgate set up, so you would just drop 2x10s in. You know, 1, 2, 3 high, however many you needed. I gave him one of them, and he was going to carve in it and burn wood chip across the tailgate, and he never actually did. But,
what a friend.
But as we've explained, I'm guilty of such things.
Yeah, you gotta get on top of your projects, my friend, and stay committed to them when you make a commitment.
Yeah, like I have all the videos on this channel of the 87. We've never actually explained the backstory on that, and why I'm in really deep doo-doo on the project. But we're gonna shut this video off now.